Just a little quick healing observation from some stuff that I've been noticing lately in my own work with myself, my primary client, and with my actual clients. A lot of times, what I'm seeing now is that people have healed a certain issue, but they have not cleared the defensiveness around the issue. It's almost like as if they haven't healed the issue. So let me give you a good example. Let's say insecurity. Let's say fear of rejection combined with insecurity, right? What happens is people have all the behaviors remaining that came out of that fear of rejection and that insecurity. Maybe not speaking up, not asking for what you want, whatever it is, not approaching somebody that you're interested in romantically, whatever, not asking for the raise or the bonus. And what happens is when we dig into it, or when they just do it anyway, they find that they don't have the fear of rejection or the insecurity that they thought they had. It's just not there. So think of it as like there's a core, which is the issue. It's like the hole in the donut, and then there's the barrier around it, right? So there's the self-protection, the emotional avoidance. And so what happens with a lot of people is that the emotional avoidance remains, the self-protection remains, and when they kind of push through and do the thing anyway, they ask for the raise, they ask for the phone number or whatever. They find that even if the worst case scenario happens, they're okay. They're like, I didn't even freak out. There's no issue. So a lot of the work that needs to be done in that situation is just changing the behavior, changing the kind of baked in resistance patterns, avoidance patterns. Because in the end, the issue really isn't there. And that's the only reason these patterns remain. You know, a lot of people think, well, if I clear my issue, then it's all done. Unfortunately, it's not all done until you clear the patterns related to the issue. And the thing is, think of it this way, the patterns related to the issue could potentially create space to recreate the issue. If you are afraid of taking a chance because you're afraid of rejection and you don't change your patterns, what you're doing is you're holding this space of, let's say, fear of rejection, and you're holding this kind of energy as if in the center there is fear of rejection. But let's say there is no fear of rejection. By holding this space, you're almost conjuring up a new fear of rejection. It is possible to recreate our issues. I don't recommend it, but the main things that people need to clear are rejection, that is rejection by others, but more importantly, understanding that rejection of self is underlying the fear of rejection by others, and fear in general, shame, and all of the things that people do on the other side. So, what I mean by the other side is kind of overcompensating. So, like, if you have a fear of rejection, you might become shy and you might pull back from people. But when I say the other side, you might take it to an extreme and kind of do crazy things, kind of do things that are not authentic, but they're kind of, they're also a reaction to fear of rejection, right? So it's like, how much do you expect to get for this raise? And you say $3 billion. And so, that's just as inauthentic for most of us as saying, oh, I don't know, whatever you want to give me, right? Either way, it's not true, it's not honest, and it's a reaction. So, we need to clear the issue, but we also need to realize that while we were holding that issue, oftentimes for decades, that we built up a whole pattern of emotional avoidance and inauthentic behaviors. And now we need to clear those too. Just a thought for your own healing and something I've been noticing a lot. Thank you.